This Ask Energy is going to be a popular one. This one has to do with coffee. Now, the question is drinking too much coffee bad for me? Okay, so let's unpack this a little bit. Listen, there are people that have done podcasts like hours and hours and hours long. I'm going to keep it very quick, very brief. But is drinking too much coffee detrimental to health? So the easy answer is possibly. Now, some of that depends on your genetics because some of us actually have a spelling error. It's called a single nucleotide polymorphism, or SNP, on a gene that actually affects caffeine metabolism. Now, you may say, oh yeah, I think I'd have that. I think I'm a slow metabolizer versus a fast metabolizer. You might know that just based on how you react to caffeinated coffee throughout the day. But I would recommend getting a genetics test, genomics test. It's super beneficial. It's a one and done test. You never have to get it again, just to understand your body. Because here's the thing. You can be a slow metabolizer of caffeine, which means you do have a spelling error on that gene, or you can be a fast metabolizer. Now, it seems from the research that if you are a slow metabolizer of caffeine, then the answer to that question is yes, there is absolutely an upper limit to how much coffee or caffeinated coffee you should consume, because consuming too much could actually push you over the edge and actually increase your risk factor for certain diseases. Now, overall though, so number one, get a genetics test. You can see what your genes are saying regarding your caffeine metabolism. Okay. But now let's get into the whole thing, because there has been like caffeine coffee research has been blowing up lately. So the recent research, this is aside from having genetic tests and everything, let me just talk about this. The recent research is pointing coffee, and specifically caffeinated coffee. And I know that sounds weird, but remember, there is such thing as decaf, but just a lot of people don't drink it. But caffeinated coffee seems to be blowing up the research for all of the great positive benefits that it actually has in it. Now, there are some idiosyncrasies with it in terms of sourcing, where it comes from, high altitude, low altitude, close to the equator, far from the equator. I'm not going to get into that. I'm talking about health. There are numerous research articles now pointing to the benefits of consuming caffeinated coffee, not only on athletic performance, and we've known that for decades, but also health. So everything from lowering risk for cardiovascular disease, for diabetes, metabolic disorders, for dementia, Alzheimer's. I mean, the list keeps going on and on. It seems like every single research that comes out, they find even more positive benefits of consuming caffeinated coffee per day. So is there an upper limit? Yes. Aside from the genetics, if you have that spelling error on that gene, I'm not talking about that right now. The upper limit is in the research right now, as I'm recording this, is 4 cups a day. So the sweet spot is between 2 to 4 cups of caffeinated coffee per day to yield the amazing health benefits, from cognitive functioning to cardiovascular to metabolic health. So that's the easy answer is, yeah, 2 to 4 cups a day. Great. Now, what if you're someone who's like, listen, I can't drink that much coffee, caffeinated coffee, or maybe you have that spelling error on your gene like I do. You have to be careful with the caffeinated coffee. Great news. Decaf coffee still has some of the benefits, some of the health benefits, not as many as the caffeinated, so you won't get as robust of those health benefits and longevity benefits, but decaffeinated coffee still has great benefits for health, specifically around its antioxidants and polyphenols. But if you can consume a caffeinated version of coffee, even if it's 1 or 2 cups a day, and then you fill in the rest with decaf coffee, that's best of both worlds if you do not like, or if you cannot have a lot of caffeinated coffee per day. So there are still amazing benefits, absolutely, to decaf coffee. But again, the research is pointing more towards the caffeinated coffee has more robust research behind it in terms of supporting cardiovascular health, brain functioning, cognitive functioning, metabolic health. So that's kind of the down low on the coffee. Now, here's the thing too. I just want to mention this because a lot of people that I've seen actually drink coffee later in the day. And when I say coffee, I mean caffeinated coffee. It's probably good practice if you have challenges with your sleep and your sleep hygiene. It's probably good not to drink any caffeinated product, including coffee, 8 to 10 hours before you go to sleep. That's what all the research is stating now. So back up whatever time bedtime is and do in 8 to 10 hours, do not pass that with caffeinated coffee. Decaf coffee is okay. It has a couple milligrams of caffeine in it still, but that seems to be okay for not interrupting your sleep pattern or your sleep hygiene protocol. So all in all, is there an upper limit to caffeine or caffeinated coffee for health benefits? Yes, it's 4 cups a day. So hopefully I went into a little bit more of the detail here to share and to expose more of the benefits of consuming both caffeinated and decaffeinated coffee, but also the importance of actually having a genomics test done so you can determine fully if you are sensitive to caffeine or you have that spelling error on that gene. And more importantly, those tests show you a lot of different errors you might have on genes regarding nutrient metabolism. So vitamin D, vitamin B12, all those great things. So it's definitely worth it in terms of one and done with the testing. Those tests are very economical, and it gives you such a great opportunity to learn more about your body. Okay, hopefully that answers the question. Stay tuned for the next Ask Energy.